Welcome back to the Hebrew Learning Center in West Africa, Adukum, Ghana. In today's lesson, we will be reviewing the Hebrew term awar in its concrete form. The Hebrew word awar has been translated within the KJV as light 19 times. Its child root word, or, that's Hebrew 216, or is translated as light 114 times within the text. Today we will be using the parent root awar, which has the same meaning as the child root or in its concrete form. They both can be utilized interchangeably. So now that we know that the Hebrew word awar is translated as light, and that's awar Hebrew 215, the question remains, what is light? What is light? According to Webster's dictionary, light is described as something that makes vision possible. Electromagnetic radiation of any wavelength and traveling in a vacuum with a speed of about 186,281 miles per second. However, the ancient Hebrews viewed light as something necessary for order. Boxes are used to organize and store things so that there is order instead of chaos or a mess, right? And when the Most High created light in the beginning, he brought what was chaotic into order. He brought order from disorder, we should say. This is the proper way to view the English term light in its Hebraic understanding. The English word order actually appears to derive from the Hebraic word or, which is Hebrew 216, which is translated as light. When you have the Hebrew word or, and you add der to order, you have order. And this is very important as we come into, as we guard the Feast of Lights, the Feast of Dedication. We're going to get a better understanding of what lights actually mean. Order. We're going to go into Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. And it says, "In the beginning, the Most High created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the spirit of the Ruach, the wind of the Most High, moved upon the face of the waters. And the Most High said, let there be light, and there was light." So verse 3, it says, let there be light, the Hebrew word awar, meaning let there be order. Let there be order, and there was order. And we know this is not the fourth day where the Most High created the lights in the firmament. This is, however, the first day. And the Most High says, let there be light. So what was taking place before then? Evidently, there was disorder or chaos, lawlessness going on in the earth. And so the Most High had to bring light, meaning order. All right, verse 4, and the Most High saw the light, or he seen the order, that it was good, it was functional. And the Most High divided the light from the darkness. He removed those things that were in order from those things that were disorderly. And the Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So it's very important to realize that this is actually the first day. It's not speaking of the sun and the moon and the stars. So this lets us know on the first day, before those things were created, there was disorder amongst the earth, amongst the heavens, where the Most High had to bring order. To get a better understanding of light or order, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21, to get a better understanding of what is darkness. So Job, chapter 10, verse 21 says, "Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death." So darkness is synonymous with the shadow of death, darkness and death. Verse 22, "A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order." So darkness is without order. By default, light must mean order. Light is order. Darkness is disorder. It is chaos. It is something that is without law, without instructions. And it says, and where the light is as darkness, the path that they walk, it appeared to them as the correct way, or that they were doing those things that are functional. However, that was due to their blindness of being in darkness, complete chaos, without law, disorderly. All right, let's go into Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. So what brings order? And what makes us disorderly? Proverbs 6, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp. Now, a lamp gives us light that we may see. For the commandments or the instructions, the directions of the Most High is a lamp. And the law is light. So if the law, which is the Torah, the teachings of the Most High, it brings light, meaning it brings order. That's how we have order within our lives, order within the earth, and order within the heavens. The law of the Most High. So when he created the heavens and the earth in the beginning, when he says, let there be light, he was giving a law to the heavens and the earth. Us humans are not the only ones that were given the law or given the instructions. But the spiritual law, we all follow the Most High, even the heavens and the earth. So when he said, let there be light, he gave his teachings, his law, unto the heavens and earth. And the law is light, it is order. And the reproofs of instruction are the ways of life. So if we want to find the paths of life, we must love instruction. We must love being corrected by the law, by order of the Most High HaYah. We're in John chapter 3, verse 19. And it says, and this is the condemnation, meaning this is the judgment. That light is coming to the world. And we know that light is the Messiah himself. That order. He was order that come into the world. He was the law. He was the teachings, the teacher of the Most High that has entered into the world. And men loved darkness, meaning men loved chaos. Men loved to be disorderly. Men loved to be lawless. Rather than light, rather than come to order, the law. Because their deeds are evil. Their actions are dysfunctional. Verse 20. For everyone that do evil hated the light. So they turn away from order. Because why? They love disorder. For everyone that doeth evil, disorder, turns away or hate the light, neither come to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. So they will reject coming unto order, coming unto the teachings or the law of the Most High through the Messiah, because then they would have to be corrected. Verse 21. But he that doeth truth, or he that does those things that are firm, amet, something truthful, is the Hebrew word amet, which is like a nail being in the wall that is firm, it doesn't move. Well, that is the law. That is the teachings of the Messiah himself. But he that doeth truth, those things that are firm, come to the light. They come to the order. They come to the law. That his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. We have a couple more. We're going to go into 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. And it says, but you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a set-apart nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness. He have called you out of disorder, lawlessness. Remember before we received the knowledge of the truth and we thought we were just Gentiles. We thought we were just black African Americans, Native American Indians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Jamaicans, Haitians, etc. So before we received those things, we were in darkness, meaning we were in disorder. We were in chaos, the shadow of death. So it says, you should show forth the praise of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. He has called us into order. He has called us now to be a people of law, a people of instruction. Ephesians, the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 8. And it says, for you were sometimes in darkness when we were in the world, believing we were Gentiles. All right, and even those that are Gentiles that have put down their sins, put down their errors, and have turned back into the truth. For you were sometimes in darkness, chaos, but now are you light in the Most High. We are order in him. Walk as the children of light. We're going to jump to verse 13. But all things that are reproved or corrected are made manifest by the light. Order. The law of the Most High manifests everything. It gives sight to all. what's taking place in the earth. This is how you determine what is functional and what is dysfunctional, what is evil and what is good, how to please the Most High, how to displease Him. Let's continue. For whatsoever doeth make it manifest is light, it is order, the law. Wherefore he saith, verse 14, awake you that sleep, and arise from the dead, and Messiah shall give you light. So only the Messiah can give you the light, that order, through the set apart wind, the Ruach Kadash, which this world calls the Holy Spirit, that the law may enter into your minds to bring order unto your being, so you can no longer be in darkness or chaos or disorderly. I hope this message was able to edify everyone on light as we enter and guard and keep the Feast of Lights. Shalom.